and welcome back. I'm here with Kelly to answer all of your questions related to grief, and probably specifically, we're really been delving into the holidays since we're so much into that season right now. So we're still releasing videos every Wednesday and Saturday. We want to encourage you to subscribe so that you stay on top of all of those. So, Kelly, I have a question for you. Should I buy a present for my loved one who has passed away?
Yeah, so I think as always, Karen, our answer is pretty much it depends, right? You have to do
Yeah.
what feels right for you and ask yourself, is this going to help or hurt? I know some people will take like a box and maybe even just write memories about their loved one or different things, and then they'll put that in a box or a stocking, and then they'll bring that out at the holidays and talk about it. Um, I have a lot of women that I worked with that have had stillborn loss,
Mhm.
and so what they'll do is they'll actually adopt a child the same age as their child would have been, like one off of like one of the trees or whatever, and they'll buy presents for that
Mhm.
child, which I think is such a great way to honor their baby and also still remember theirs. And so maybe that's something you do, or maybe you do a donation in your loved one's memory as kind of a present. I think it really depends on what feels right to you.
Yeah.
It's there's no right or wrong with this.
Yeah, yeah. I like the idea of, and this is what I think I've heard people have the most success with in terms of feeling good about it, is buying something and then donating it, whether
Mhm,
it's like you
mhm.
said, something off a tree or whatever it may be. But because I think it still feels like something, to be going into the store or ordering something online. I think it's one of those questions that comes up for people because sometimes they feel sort of even crazy thinking about it, which, as we know, people feel crazy a lot of times talking to their loved one, or, some of the different rituals and things that they do. But I think there's just so many changes, and that feels like a big one to just very abruptly not be having them on your Christmas list. It's a
Mhm.
very tough transition.
It is. It's very hard. I'm dealing with that myself, as you know, and, like, even some of, like, the things that, like, I always make chocolate at Christmas, right? And knowing that I don't have to send the chocolate to my dad has been, ooh.
Mhm.
It's been hard. So, I get that completely. And so what I've done is I've made some memorial Christmas ornaments, and I'm giving of my dad, and I'm giving them out to certain people. And so I kind of feel like that's what I'm choosing to do.
That's a great idea. I love that idea. Yeah, I had a year. So my nephew and my brother are like practically the same person. And so I always bought them the same thing for Christmas. And after my nephew passed away, I didn't even realize it the following year. I bought two of the same pajama
Oh,
pants. And when
uh-huh,
they came and I'm like, how did I get two? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like it was one of those weird
uh-huh.
moments. Like, how did I even do that? So sometimes it's not even intentional, and you
Yep,
just end up doing things. So
yep.
I ended up giving it actually to a friend and sort of said that's what it was. And I think that they felt really actually kind of special about that. So,
Mhm.
it's like you're just navigating and doing the best you can through all of this, but so much to think about. I mean,
Exactly.
it's just so many different details. So, well, Kelly, so if you had to just sort of sum up in a sentence or two, like what a person should do if they're trying to figure out whether they should buy a present for their loved one at the holidays or not.
It's totally up to you. If it feels right, if you think it's going to help you, then go for it. Maybe it's buying a present in honor of them or in memory of them and giving it to somebody else. Maybe it is making a stocking and putting some of their favorite things in it or memories, and you can pull them out at Christmas and talk about it. Maybe it's doing a donation in honor of them, or adopting, somebody else, like a child or another person who may not have as much and could really benefit from something special on the holidays.
Yeah, those are great ideas. All right, Kelly. Well, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. We'll be back with more of your questions. Remember to check in every Wednesday and Saturday. Thanks, Kelly.